John Proxy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the proximity. These are a bunch of companies that made a game that I'm about to begin. Yes, this is a work of fiction. And yes, there is a risk of seizure. Welcome to Night City. I'm about to begin a Cyberpunk 2077 adventure.
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed, cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
That was Stan the Man. I'm John Proxy still. I'm going to press a button on my controller, which I'm going to play on. I don't have to play on the controller, but I choose to, because I figure it probably leans in a controller-y direction. So I've been sort of following this game, not super heavily, but I was one of those people that was a little bit disappointed that it wasn't third person. But you know what? I've made my peace with that, and I've got realistic expectations going in. I know it's pretty ruddy janky right now. This is day one. This is hour one. It came out 44 minutes ago, but it took that amount of time to install. Anyway, I'm going to play on hard, but it's got a little thing here, which I think shows that hard is the intended level, which makes no sense, because you'd think normal would be the intended, but I'm pretty sure hard is what people recommend playing on. But we'll read through them. The right choice for players, easy, who have just want to sit back and enjoy the story. There's normal. Enemies will have all the tools at their disposal to take V on, but primarily only enemies at a higher level will prove a challenge. Hard, combat will be a substantial challenge. Effective use of perks, cyberware, and combat gadgets and consumables will be essential to survival, and of course very hard. Buckle up for a serious challenge. Careful character development and clever use of items, game mechanics, and the environment will be necessary to help V make it on the streets of Night City. So we'll play on hard. Now this is probably in episode 0, because I'm going to make a character. And I think I'm going to be a Corpo. Let's read through them just in case. Select V's life path. Some events and dialogue options in this game will be different depending on your choice. So that'll justify playing it more than once, if it's good enough game. So my biggest problem, my biggest worry going in from months ago was that it wasn't going to be as punk as I like. I kind of like my Cyberpunk to be kind of, I don't know, political. Like, it doesn't have to be overt, but like it'd be nice if it explored themes. That's kind of what's good about Cyberpunk. Whereas the worry, especially because it all kind of seems a bit GTA, future GTA, where it's all kind of aesthetic and no depth. But we'll see what we'll see. I get it. They didn't want politics in their games. And also, I should probably say. Should I say? Yeah, I should. So, I should be. You're being cowardly, John. You're being cowardly. Nobody watches me. There's going to be a million people uploading these. You can say what you like and nobody ever see it. Right, so obviously the company who made the game has not the greatest business practices when it comes to their workers, which you'd think a Cyberpunk game would go covering, wouldn't it? Also, my head's annoying me. So yes, I've got to go in knowing that there was a lot of crunch. Not last-minute crunch that might have lasted for months. And also, there are... what was I going to say? Okay, so there's the whole... how they show off trans people in the game. Where it's that kind of fetish poster. And they argued at the time... Well, yeah, that's because, you know, this is a dystopia, right? And that's... It's how corporations would show them off. It's like... Is that just how you're doing it? And the counter to that would have just been a decent amount of representation. It doesn't have to be loads, just some representation to sort of counter that and say, well, this is how normal trans folk are like, and there isn't a lot apparently, as far as I know. And you'd think in a world where everyone's robots and you can have like no face, because we've seen those guys with no faces, people just kind of flip-flopping from male to female would be the easiest thing in the world in this culture, surely. Even in a dystopia. With this tech, surely the easiest thing. So I'm going to say this up front because you'll detect it eventually, and you might be the type of person that watches this and go, oh, I'm not on board with this type of person talking. So if you are, I guess farewell. But let's realistically, nobody's going to watch these videos because I'm a nobody. Anyway, I managed to get this game for cheaper, reasonably cheap. Let's leave it at that. And that's kind of the main reason I've justified playing it. Probably, considering my beliefs, probably a little bit hypocritical. But like, I'm gonna know that going in. But you know, just like eating meat, right? You're like, we know enough about meat to go, it's probably a bad idea, but I still do, and that's on me. So I don't know if knowing is enough. I can't just go, oh, that's bad, just continue doing stuff. That's what I'm doing, isn't it? Playing this game. So there's that as well. And let's put it this way. I know at least one person who just outright refuses to play this game, and however he feels, I think is perfectly justified. And if he's disappointed in me that I played it, I think that's perfectly justified. He's not going to stop talking to me or anything, but like, I'm sure if I speak to him about it, I'm sure he'd be disappointed in me. Anyway, that's fine. I like that. I think it's a reasonable way to feel. If that. Anyway, I've successfully scared everyone away with my stupid hair that I put gel in. I just want it to stay there, please. This character creator. Let's not worry about what I look like, and let's worry about what V looks like. Nomad, roaming the Badlands, looting scrapyards, raiding fuel depots. Life on the road wasn't easy, but growing up in a nomad clan has its perks. Honestly, integrity and the love of freedom qualifies, and few in Night City possess, and no amount of money can buy. Well, I think cars are kind of janky right now, even though it's like a really big selling point in the game. So, well, cars are like literally on all through the pictures, so it's kind of a big thing. That's the big worry. Like, all their videos are about how cool the guns were and how cool the cars were, and I'm like, but I want to be a talking hacky person. How cool's the talking hacky? But whatever, we'll see. We'll find out, shall we? You know what? I'm just gonna there we go. That's worse. That's worse. It's gonna annoy me forever. So Street Kid, they say if you want to understand the streets, you gotta live in them. Live them. You gotta live them. You gotta live them. That's what they say. They say all sorts of things. Gangs, fixers, dolls. Pardon me. Small-time pushers. You were raised by them all. Down here, the law of the jungle dictates the weak serve the strong, and the only law in Night Cities you've yet to break. And of course, Corpo. Few leave the corporate world with their lives. Few are still with their souls intact. You've been there. You've bent the rules, exploited secrets, and weaponized information. There's no such thing as a fair game. Only winners and losers. None of them are really me, but Corpo's probably closest. So, I'm gonna probably go for the, I guess masculine, feminine, we'll call them for the time being. But like, the whole point is it's supposed to be mix and match. So here's the thing, it's a kind of, like, they decoupled the male and female pronouns, right? Because that's what certain people care about, and why not let people choose, right? But I appreciate you've got to have actors say things. So they've made it so this doesn't determine male female, the voice does, and that's going to be really annoying, because if you're a trans woman, you might not have the most feminine voice in the world, right? And that's got to be kind of hard for some people, right? That's the dysmorphic element that you and So, but you've got to learn. Like, that's something you can't change. You can't get throat surgery. Like, you can get throat surgery, you know. You can't get surgery on your voice. So, it would have been nice to, I don't know, not tie it to that. Could you? But I was also sort of tempted, because you can mix and match, I think, with genitalia and stuff like that. But do I want to be interesting, or do I worry? Am I that like let's say if I went for a woman but put like a penis on her, so it was more reflective of me, but that's not really me at all. But like, am I playing a character? Because especially since this is on the internet, who knows? We'll have a quick look at the options as well. We can probably go backwards. So here's the presets. So that's the one we know, right? How do I rotate? Night City looks at everything, apparently. And there's this one. Is that random? Okay, so if we go next. And yes, there's nudity in this game. I'll try not to dwell on the screen for too long because... well, I don't want to get in trouble, do I? But, let's confirm. I'm going to go into the other body type, I think. So yeah, we can change the voice here.
I'm V.
I'm V.
I'm V.
I'm V.
We'll go for masculine and he, him. I just... Okay. Skin type. What does that mean? One, two, three, four. Okay. Hairstyle. Ah! I want to start from 1 and go forwards. I think that one's a bit boring. Not the man bun. I think we're on the feminine hairs, but the future, which I don't know if we are. I don't know if they're supposed to be. I can't tell. I think they're mixed up then. There's a lot of hair choices. I'm going to take my time with this. I'm going to enjoy the character creation. Certainly makes somebody look a lot cooler than I do right now in real life. Maybe 36. Are they? Okay. Go for red. I always go for red for these sorts of things. Nose. Eyes. We got robot eyes. I can't see the difference. What's the difference in the eyes? Oh, his actual shape of his face is changing. 20's quite good. Kind of morphing. Definitely not 8. $11. 15. 11 or 15. Okay, that'll do. I don't wanna. I'll dwell forever, won't I? I'm genuinely surprised they didn't let me do 2 colours. I read they don't let you do that. Eyebrows off. Go for that. A match. Uh, 13's probably the closest. I've got a stupid nose in real life. They don't put my nose in games. Wish I made a note of that. Maybe they do put my nose in games and I just never pick it. I do. I'm not sure I care about the mouth that much. Whatever. Sure. 13, I guess. Yes. I don't care what the ears. They're like absurdly detailed, making me uncomfortable. No one's ears are that detailed. I do, whatever. I guess 3. Eight. I say like beard style as well. I guess that's actually not too far off it. Don't think I want red beard. Oh, they make it dark anyway. Oh no! All of these seem like a bad idea now. I want him to have more stubble. Oh, hang on. I think I'm just going to have to make peace that I'm going to look a little bit silly. No, I want like an in-between colour. Why can't I choose the colour? Let's go with that. Okay, I quite like 5. Well, that's my glasses, basically. 8. I'll leave the scars off, I think. You don't want too much detail. Hmm. 9, I think, was quite good. I think it complements it. I'm not really a piercing person myself, but like, trying to get into the spirit, aren't I? That's quite good as well. 9 or 6. I'm gonna go for 6, because it means I don't have the earring. Okay, cool. Teeth. Certainly want some. makeup. I'll leave it off. Cool. I think that'll do. I don't want to overdo it. Let's... Right, this is John from the future. I've recently recorded episode 2 of this, and I just realised that I missed, it looks like half of the character creation screen. So I've decided I'm just going to finish it now, and I'm going to very quickly catch up to where I was. So I'm probably not going to choose anything else, but I want to see it, right? It's just really weird that I clicked the next button. So I'm just going to do this quickly. I'm probably not going to have any eye makeup. Let's listen to the music as well. Can we even see the eye makeup? Because I was like, hang on, I didn't see any nudity, and this game had nudity. I was like, no, I checked the video, and I was like, no, Lily... I like it because he looks now like my character from Demon Souls. No, I didn't want makeup in Demon Souls. It might just be a bunch of no ones, but like, damn it, I want the choice. If I want long nails, I can have them. I can turn my nipples off. I can have some body tattoos if I want. Body scars. I don't even see them there. Yeah, genitals. So yeah, I was going to turn genitals on. Or I could have a vagina if I wanted. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm a grown up, I can have genitals if I want. Penis 1. We could have default. Big. Small. You can live out the fantasy of having a small penis. Or default. Okay, with default. Pubic hairstyle. 1. This is a little silly. There we go, let's... Should it be red? Close. That's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to... I'll do the rest off screen. Yeah, I'm just going to catch up to where I was. Press next. Oh, we're still in character creation, of course. Each attribute contains a set of skills. Both attributes and skill provide different bonuses depending on your style of play. Skill levels increase as you perform activities associated with them. Let's drink some of this. The maximum skill level is limited by the number of attributes that belong to. Yeah, sorry, I just misread it. So let's have a look for all of these. So body determines your raw physical power. In addition to allowing you to force open doors, each level of body, starting for free, will give me health points, stamina, increased damage with fists and gorilla arms, damage with melee weapons, decreases movement penalty while grabbing an enemy and wielding on an HMG, a heavy machine gun, increased movement while grappling an enemy. So, I'm looking pretty good for somebody with free body. Intelligence determines your net running proficiency. Every level of intelligence will increase cyberdeck RAM capacity by 4%, quick hack damage and quick hack duration. We want at least one more than that. Reflexes determine your maneuverability. In addition to increasing your overall movement speed, each level in reflexes will increase your passive evasion from enemies, increase crit chance, increase damage from mantis blades. We have technical ability, represents your technical know-how. It allows you to unlock doors and use tech weapons. Each increase in level will increase your armor by 5%. And of course, cool. As you can see, I'm the standard bearer of cool in real life. Cool determines your resilience, composure, and effectiveness operating from stealth. Each level cool will increase crit damage, increases all resistance, increase stealth, reduce speed at which enemies detect your stealth, and increase mono damage, wire damage. Okay. We're not going to worry too much about all this. Yeah, I guess body's the one that I think is least important. Max is 6. That's not a lot between them. One, two. Max. Let's go for... maximum level of the skill is limited by the level of the attribute that belongs to. Okay. So I guess tech weapons. Okay. That might be a terrible idea, but let's go with it. So 36454. Right, I am V. My backstory is a Corpo. Few leave the corporate world with their lives. Few are still with their souls intact. You've been there. You bent the rules, exploited secrets, weaponized information. There's no such thing as fair game. Only winners and losers. Right. Then I'm going to let you go. This was a quick episode 0. A quick episode 0. It's half an hour, John. And we're going to jump straight into the game with this V. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the game of Poppy.